Hello, my name's Tim Stockdale and this is my yard. My horses have to be in first class condition to compete at top level show jumping. That means being at the correct weight. Did you know there's a growing problem in this country with horses being overweight, not underweight? Charities like the Blue Cross are seeing more and more horses overweight. That's why I'm getting involved and helping support the Fat Horse Slim campaign. Do you know how much your horse weighs? Perceptions of the correct weight have changed dramatically over the last few years. Here with the vet who works with the Blue Cross horses, we're going to show you the correct way to monitor your horse's weight.
Equine obesity is a growing problem in the UK. It's a serious condition associated with several problems such as arthritis, cardiovascular disease, and most significantly, laminitis. In order to know your horse is healthy, you need to know its weight. This will also help guide you with feeding and with administration of drugs such as wormers. The most accurate way to know your horse's weight is to use a weigh bridge. Many people won't have access to this, however, so we need to estimate the horse's weight. A good way to assess your horse's weight is to use a weigh tape. Today I'm using a Shire's weigh tape, as you'll find in your Blue Cross Fat Pack. The weigh tape should be used at fortnightly intervals. When you use it, you should use it at the same time of day to ensure consistent results. Likewise, when you use it, it must be done in exactly the same place around the horse or results will vary. To use the tape, simply unfurl it and wrap it around the horse where the girth would sit. It needs to pass just behind the back of the legs and then behind the withers. Do be careful because some ponies may spook the first time that you do this to them, but then once it's tight, you can simply read off the number to see the weight of the pony. In this case, it's 308 kilograms. The weight which you get with a weigh tape will not be completely accurate as you'd get using a weigh bridge, but it will allow you to assess any trends in the horse's weight over time. You can plot the weight of the horse with your fortnightly measurements, or you can use the Blue Cross chart which comes in your Fat Pack. If you don't have a weigh tape, you can use an ordinary tape measure to measure your horse's weight. This involves measuring around the girth of the horse again, but also taking a measure of the length of your horse. There's a formula in the Blue Cross Fat Pack which will help you do this. Although the absolute weight of your horse is important, more significant is the body condition score. This is a measure of the amount of fat covering the horse and will guide you as to its overall health. It's a scale from 0 to 5, where 0 would represent a horse that's completely emaciated and 5 is a horse that's obese. A weight of 2.5 or 3 would be a healthy horse weight. To assess your horse's body condition score, the first thing you need is a guide to how to score, such as this Blue Cross one. You can compare the different areas of the horse on here and learn how to assess them separately. To assess an individual horse's body condition score, you should split it into 3 areas: the neck and the shoulder, the back and the ribs, and then the quarters, and assess them separately. You need to actually feel the horse to feel what's underneath the skin. Fat will generally feel soft and spongy, whereas muscles will be firm and toned. So on the neck, you particularly want to pay attention to the crest to feel what's underneath the skin. Fat will feel spongy, whereas muscles will feel firm. In this pony, there is a crest here that's larger than it should be, and it's reasonably firm. Whilst checking the neck, there should be definition of the muscles. In this case, this is slightly masked by fat, and as we move down the neck towards the shoulder, again there is a slight loss of definition of the muscles here. They're not quite as clear as we might hope them to be. You can look at the chart then to assess what grade to give the horse for that area. Next we move to the middle section of the horse, assessing the spine, the ribs, and behind the shoulder. The spine should have a light covering of skin, but should not have much fat surrounding it. In this case, there is a slight ridge of fat running along here. Behind the shoulder, in this horse there is a fat pad, whereas we'd hope to have smooth muscular definition. And most importantly, the easiest thing to assess often is the ribs. The ribs should be able to be felt with the flat of the fingers, and there should be clear definition between them, maybe with a small amount of fat. In this case, we can just feel the ribs, but it takes some effort. Next, we move to the back section of the horse and assess the quarters. From the top of the pelvis, the muscles should slope away smoothly, and there should not be a pronounced raising on either side of the spine. In this case, there is excess fat here. We can also look at the tail head to assess for fat, and again, spongy fat is present in this pony. The last place to assess, and do take care doing this, is in between the thighs to look for deposition of fat in these regions. Overall, I'd give this pony a condition score of 4. Once you've scored your pony or horse, you should then refer to the Blue Cross guide to see what action you need to take to address any problems with your horse's weight. This pony is a good example of what many people would say is a healthy weight, although when we body condition score it, it has a score of 4, which would mean it does actually need to lose some weight, particularly if it's had problems in the past, such as laminitis.
That should help you get started. But for more advice, you might want to order the Blue Cross Fat Horse Slim Guide to Weight Management, sponsored by Denji. It contains everything you're going to need to know to keep your horse at a healthy weight. You can order online at fathorseslim.org.uk.